The Emmys happened over the weekend, in case you were unaware. I honestly didn't know. I was completely unaware that they were happening. That's not entirely true. I knew that they were happening sometime soon. I was unaware that they happened on Sunday night. Now, the reason that I think this is interesting is because all of the show, the entire show, not one time did anybody mention the Charlie Kirk assassination. Now, not saying they needed to support it in any way, shape, or form, or be a supporter of Charlie Kirk in any way, shape, or form, but at least acknowledging something that has huge cultural impact in the culture that they exist in. Remember, the media people, the entertainment people think that they own the culture. They control the culture. Now, I'll tell you why I don't think that's true in just a second, but at no point did they mention Charlie Kirk's assassination, and that was clearly and utterly deliberate. Now, I don't even necessarily place blame on the host. Nate Bargatze hosted the show. He is a clean comic, a family-oriented guy. He mentioned in the beginning, he acknowledged, hey, this is a terrible situation. He would like for the Emmys to be an escape from the horrible reality that the country is living in. And while I can respect that in some way, shape, or form, I wish he would have said something. He didn't. I'm not entirely blaming him. There's a lot of powers that be that did say, hey, don't say anything. But what he also said was, I don't want to bring any politics into this whatsoever. So at the very, very, very least, you can understand, hey, we don't want to bring that entirely in. The problem is, unfortunately, you can't control everybody there in not bringing their political opinions into the fold. Not only did they not mention one of, I think, the biggest cultural turning point in American society in the last several decades, Charlie Kirk's assassination, not only did they not mention that, you got people like Javier Bardem, or whatever his name is, showing up in a terrorist garb, whatever, at the beginning, saying, Gaza this, Palestine that, and all of his nonsense. So that was political there. And the speeches. This is Hannah Einbinder. I have no idea who this is, but she appropriately appears in a show called Hacks. I don't know if that's like just a documentary entitled What She Probably Lives Her Life Like. But she went over time, which cost people money, which if you don't understand that reference, you probably didn't watch, which I understand. But so ignore what she says at the beginning. But what she says ultimately, I think, is telling of where they think the society and the culture is. Watch this.
Finally, I'll pay the difference. Sorry. Finally, I just want to say, finally, go Birds. And free Palestine. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty telling as to why they didn't mention anything with Charlie Kirk. She said, F ICE and free Palestine, and the crowd erupted. I think they were worried that, hey, if we mention this guy, even though we all think it's terrible, we are going to get pushback from our audience that's in the room tonight. I think that is cowardly, and I think they shouldn't have done it, but that's the reality. Here's what I think, though, is the actual cultural turning point. Just looking at the ratings, the broadcast of the Emmys got the highest they've been in the last 4 years at 7.4 million views. Now, I want to juxtapose that to the speech that Erica Kirk gave on Friday, which on one platform, not including Rumble, YouTube, X, all of the different platforms, the TV stations, on one platform on Instagram, 63 million views and counting. Who do you think has the cultural influence? The people that get together in their nice outfits and claim to be the arbiters of reason and culture, who get a measly 7.5 million people watching their broadcast? Or the wife of a murdered American hero who, again, on one platform gets 63 million views, almost 10 times the amount of views of the people that claim to be the guiding light of American culture. Who actually has an impact? Who actually has an influence? I would beg to differ that it's not the people that are at the Emmys. Is it maddening that they didn't mention Charlie Kirk in any way, shape, or form? Yes. And doesn't really matter. Nobody's watching them relatively. We are winning the culture war by sheer numbers, let alone the fact that we have truth and reality on our side. We are winning. And for that, I am grateful, despite the horrific tragedy that took place that led us to where we are right now. want to round out the show with something fun. This clip, Glenn, we're gonna skip that interview clip and go straight to, you know what? I don't know what happened here. There's a video posted of a guy who was sitting outside in a t-shirt and signs that said Charlie deserved it or something along those lines. There's a cut in the video. Nobody knows what happened during that cut in the video. It could be anything. You know, who knows what happened. But you'll see it's very short. Let's just go ahead and play it, and I'll narrate through this guy with a sign, thumbs up, saying, haha. Wow, interesting. Again, who knows what happened after that cut, but that man is crawling out of the pond. Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. Actually, email your guesses to tbt@tbusa.com. I'm not sure what FAFO means either. That was another acronym that was shown on the screen there. Again, anybody's guess. Who knows? Nobody here is advocating any sort of physical retaliation for people who display disgusting beliefs. But like I said, you know, the video cuts and there's nothing we can do about that. It's just, it'll be lost in ambiguity. We'll never know what actually happened there.